Can I ask you some
Stimmt.
questions now?
Warum?
Look, I'd be glad to help you out, but I've been stuck in this bot too long to know much about anything.
Warum haben wir das überhaupt gemacht?
So, how do you feel now?
Couldn't be better.
Er ist der Mafia-Boss. Vielleicht?
So, how do you feel?
Couldn't be better.
Ne, im Ernst, warum haben wir das gemacht? Sam, was bist du? Was kannst du?
Can I ask you some questions now?
Look, I'd be glad to help you out, but I...
Luigi, du arbeitest jetzt für die Familie. Ja, aber Sie dir jetzt irgendwas mitgeben? Ne, die Voodoo-Zeichen kriegen wir woanders übersetzt, das weiß ich zufällig.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Could I ask you a few quick?
Sure.
Vielleicht ist der andere Typ irgendwo. Ja, aber der Typ hat doch jetzt gerade gesagt, er will uns einen Gefallen machen.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
That's about all I can say.
Do you know?
Come Mardi Gras, you see all kinds of masks in here.
Tell me about this.
Don't know what else.
Wenn die rausgehen, sind die einfach nur draußen.
The door. That tabletop has an inlaid chessboard. That doesn't work. Gabriel.
Can I ask you some questions now?
Look, I'd be glad to help you out, but I've been stuck in this bot too long to know much about anything.
Ja gut, dann
Does this mean anything?
Not really.
not really.
Not really.
Pinzette, warum auch nicht?
Does this mean anything? Does
Die Telefonnummer.
does
Na, jetzt dachte ich, ja vielleicht, aber verstärkt jetzt nicht so sehr auf ihn. Ja, aber wir haben jetzt diesen ganzen Mist hier nur gemacht für das Öl und das Öl war für ihn und
does this
der Barkeeper spuckt auch nichts mehr aus.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry. Does this mean anything to you?
No. Now beat it.
Krokodilsmaske vielleicht?
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Gut, vielleicht, nee. Ich dachte, vielleicht geht es automatisch nach Hause, aber ich war ja gerade
The
draußen.
door isn't.
Ja.
Does this mean anything to you?
Schlangenschuppen kennt sich auch nicht mit Schlangen aus.
Sam is a changed man since his major victory.
Could you do anything with this?
What is this? A clay mold? Well, I am a jeweler, you know. And I owe you one. Would you like me to cast this for you?
If you can.
You got it
Von
now.
wegen versteift sich nicht zu
Actually,
sehr.
it'd be a pleasure to get my tools out. First time in years. I've been too busy playing that goddamn game. I'll have the bracelet tomorrow. Meet me here.
Great.
Morgen,
Thanks.
okay. Gut. Gut. Ich wollte mir aber die andere Schuppe auch noch zeigen, aus Prinzip.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
This is the last.
Na gut, das wäre dann wohl das.
It's getting late.
Ah, danke.
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh,
Oh, excuse me, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he here?
Really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight.
Ugh.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. Oh, I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please, don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
Just shut up and kiss me.
Wuhu! Und wir schlafen traumlos dieses Mal. Sie came. Ich sprach zu dem, der roch nach Tod, und lieh mir seine Ohren, und Kreuze sah ich eingebrannt in Schleier voller Tränen. Tschüss, Gabi. War nett. Ruf mal an, ja. Oder nein, warte, ich ruf dich an. Moin. Die Nacht zum Tag gemacht. Da guck.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something.
Alter, wer ist das?
I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Have it your way.
Ja.
Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
Yeah. He gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
Ja, wer steht da am Fenster? Sag ich ja.
He's still there. I wish he'd move or something.
He hasn't moved an inch since he showed up.
Ding!
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Sie mag uns nicht mehr. Oh. Doch eifersüchtig.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Nur weil er das Bild verkauft hat. Ja, vielleicht auch deswegen.
Gabriel doesn't want to put the mask on until he has to. The man in the street doesn't look interested in Gabriel's
Aber ich will ihn mit der
possession.
Maske erschrecken. Okay. Was steht denn in der Zeitung?
Times-Picayune, dated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What case?
Geschlossen, nicht abgeschlossen.
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were the result of an underworld cartel war and that the war is over.
That's not good.
It's ridiculous. What about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel. But if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation, lest his eye fall on you too.
Ups.
Peachy.
Der wird versuchen widerstehen, hä? Ja, das, der Zug ist abgefahren. Nope, keine Flecken.
It's Gabriel's bed, unmade as usual.
Das heißt, sie hat das alles gesehen? Auch da diese Unterhose oder was auch immer
Gabriel's bedroom is
an der Wand hängt. Gut.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Wie war das mit den Nachforschungen? Mit diesem Muster?
Could you do some research for me? Could you see... Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I have a pattern I need you to... It's a reconstruction of...
Ugh.
Well, where are you...
I'll see what...
Ja, aber was ist dabei herausgekommen? Hast du doch vorhin gerade gesagt. Mist. Das ist irgendwo ähnliche...
Got a minute?
What's up?
Irgendwo ähnliche Muster gegeben hat.
I don't think using that... Do you know anything about this?
I did research for you on that already, Gabriel.
Mhm.
Right, exactly.
Hast mir echt nicht gemerkt. Fuck. Kann ich sie begrabbeln?
Like I haven't tried. If wishes were ponies. So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics.
What can I...
The str...
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Sie interessiert sich auch nicht wirklich, was in der Welt geht, und somit ist ihr Wahlschein wahrscheinlich auch falsch ausgefüllt. Was, Grace?
Could you...
Sure. What?
I can't...
Okay.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope.
Do you know anything about
I told you. I don't.
your
No.
Are you?
I told...
What?
I told...
Do you know?
I told you not...
What else?
You're the name...
What?
I know you shouldn't be messing with it, and I know you will anyway.
Do you know any?
I've told you all I know.
Tja, was wäre das? Weil ich mich auf den Typen hier konzentriert habe. Naja, das wird bestimmt irgendwann als Option auftauchen. Ärgert mich jetzt aber. Nun.
I've got some things I need to do.
See ya.
Also, Fall geschlossen, hm?
Mostly, my man.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up. Knight, I hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The Voodoo Murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, son of a bitch. Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
The case? What case? I told you. The Voodoo Murders case is closed.
How can you just close it? It's not solved, is it?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade local territory, using Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's so hot. And what we had here was a little resistance from local businessmen. Word came in this morning that the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of New Orleans.
But that doesn't bring the killers to justice.
Well, the boys upstairs seem to figure it this way. Let the slime kill each other. Better the vermin we know than the Chicago vermin, I guess. The attitude in the department is that we've just been done a huge favor. And they're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us. We'll deal with them over time, always have. New Orleans is pretty clean that way, you know.
Well, that's the illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either, but what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm disappointed about the book, too. Next big murder case I get, I'll call you in and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases and you could spice them up.
No, thanks. How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
So, couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I've got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless. And besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay. You want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
What do you mean?
You need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Okay. Beweisen, dass es die Sekte gibt, beweisen, dass sie gefährlich ist und etwas Handfestes.
How can
You need to
prove there's a legitimate prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the
Etwas Handfestes über die Sekte liefern.
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? Well, that's pretty good work, Knight. But that doesn't prove that this pattern is really connected to voodoo.
I have that murder photo you left for me.
Good. Just don't let anybody know I gave it to you.
I wouldn't show it to a soul.
Ich werde es keiner Menschenseele zeigen, ja. Hey Grace, guck mal! Das wird nicht viel bringen.
I have this.
That doesn't prove...
It's a news.
Zeitungsausschnitt aus dem Jahre
The
1800.
newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo Square. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body.
Danke.
The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed VV.
Menschheit, ich hab das Bild des Toten. Guck mal. Hier Internet. Das gab's damals noch gar nicht.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same MO. 1810?
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? That they are a threat?
Sure. If there is a voodoo cult, they're a threat.
Okay. Wenn da ein Voodoo-Kult ist, ist es eine Bedrohung. Wir haben das mit der Bedrohung bewiesen. Gut.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're...
How can I
Just prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Get me a lead on the cult.
Alles klar. Ich bin mir am Überlegen. Doch, wir haben bewiesen, dass sie, wenn es sie gibt, sie eine Bedrohung darstellen. Punkt 2 haben wir schon erledigt. Ich bin mir am Überlegen, ob ich noch rasch die Tankstelle aufsuchen soll. Und die ein oder andere Arschverpflegung mir... Komm, pass gefälligst da rein, du Pfeil! Fick, Scheiße!
These symbols are from Marie Laveau's tomb in St. Louis Cemetery. They're part of a secret voodoo code, which I had translated by a voodoo yen.
Do they say anything about the murders?
Well, not exactly.
I'm sure that's a legit code of some sort, Knight, but unless it gives me the names and addresses of the killers, I don't think it'll be much help at this point.
Du hast das noch gar nicht übersetzen lassen, Gabriel, das haben wir noch nicht getan. Ich muss also eine Voodoo-Yen finden, die mir das übersetzt. Danke, Gabriel. Danke, dass du das anteaserst. Wie nett. Ich glaube, das war's dann auch schon mit der aktuellen Beweisführung.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Ciao, baby.
Also ich glaube tatsächlich, ich suche rasch die Tankstelle auf.
Phew, it's humid out there.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside.
Und um mich zu verpflegen, bin dann in Kürze wieder da. Werde noch eine... Oh Gott, der Typ, ey, unheimlich. Werde bei der Gelegenheit auch noch eine rauchen tun, danach. Das ist eigentlich eh schon längst wieder eine kleine Pause wellig. Jo, dann sieht man sich bald. Geh doch richtig einkaufen, nicht nur Tanke. Weil Tanke ist teuer. Ja, Tanke ist aber noch offen. Für alles andere müsste ich einbrechen. So, da sind wir also schon wieder. Ja. Nochmal was speichern. Tag 5 sind wir jetzt. WD, dankeschön. Ich habe mir auch noch Süßigkeiten gekauft. Neu mit Granatapfelgeschmack. Vielleicht mal eins raussuchen. Das sind bestimmt die. Das schmeckt nach allem möglichen, nur nicht nach Granatapfel. Haben wir schon die Zeitung gelesen?
There is not... Gabriel skips the Voodoo Murders article. What a farce. And rereads his horoscope. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation, lest his eye fall on you too.
Peachy.
Meinst du, da ist drin, was draufsteht und alles außer Tiernahrung? Wäre froh, wenn es nur Tiernahrung wäre, was da drin ist. Das Zeug ist pures Gift. Ja, genau. Wir brauchen also Beweise für die Existenz dieses Voodoo-Kults.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Und einen stichhaltigen Hinweis. Etwas Handfestes.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Etwas Handfestes.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, okay.
How can I convince you to...
I already told you need to.
Ja.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still need to.
Ja, bitte. Bitte? Was?
Prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans.
Okay. Ja.
Get me a lead on the cult.
Etwas Handfestes. Get me a lead on the code.
Prove there's a legitimate voodoo
Beweisen,
cult
dass
in
es
New
hier
Orleans.
in New Orleans eine echte Sekte gibt. Gut.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course.
You're sure you haven't heard the term Gabriel Knight?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
I'll be going.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
Des Weiteren haben wir herausgefunden, dass wir irgendwie noch Kontakt mit einer Voodooine aufnehmen können, mit einer Voodoo-Frau, welche uns diese Schriftzeichen übersetzen wird. Den Code. Ist im Park vielleicht was Neues los? Hm? Oh, 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 oh. Ist das dieser Junkie-Typ? Na, schau einen an. Ich schwöre, ich habe das nicht irgendwo nachgeguckt oder so. Das war ein absoluter Glücksgriff.
The drummer is busy. The drummer is...
Okay, dann hat sich der Mensch hier nach oben verpisst.
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum. There's no one.
Ey, Alter, ey.
The other park visitors are enjoying their leisure and aren't
Okay.
interested in talking to Gabriel.
Ich will auch nicht mit Ihnen reden. Ja, okay. Hi.
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Let's go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You're so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away.
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm praying. Leave me alone.
Mhm. Gut, stimmt vielleicht sogar.
Do you recognize this?
No. Don't waste my time.
Wie wäre es denn damit?
Do you recognize this?
No.
Und was ist mit dem? Wobei der Schädel wäre bestimmt auch, aber zuerst mal.
Do you recognize this?
No.
Do you recognize this?
No.
Kann ich ihn anschubsen?
Crash is still capable of moving under his own volition.
Noch. Noch.
Do you recognize this?
No.
Für irgendwas erkennen tut. Die Schuppe vielleicht?
Do you recognize this?
No.
Und brauche ich da sonst noch irgendwas? Das einschlägige Voodoo-Zeugs habe ich ihm jetzt alles gezeigt.
Looking at the series of crosses.
Das ja auch.
Do you recognize this?
No.
Okay.
Come on, talk to me.
I'm too sick to waste my time.
Krank bist du also.
Go away.
Krank. Gegen Krankheit hätte ich hier dieses wundervolle Haargel.
Do you recognize this?
Okay. Vielleicht, wenn ich...
Gabriel cannot...
Hm?
May I help you, my child?
Nein, nicht wirklich.
No, thank you. As you wish.
Crash is huddled in a pew. He looks seriously ill.
Also müssen wir noch irgendwas zusammen glauben, was wir dem Typen zeigen können.
Why are you praying?
Praying for my life, man.
You look pretty sick. Shouldn't you be in a hospital?
Hospital wouldn't do nothing. Leave me alone.
Denk nicht dran.
You look pretty sick. Shouldn't you be in a hospital?
Hospital wouldn't do nothing. Leave me alone.
Come on, talk to me.
I'm too sick to waste my time. Oh.
Okay. Es geht ihm zu... Ist das hier mit Blut beschmiert? Das war doch nicht schon immer so.
St. Louis Cathedral.
Ne, im Ernst jetzt? Hä? Oder sind es einfach nur die Farbtöne?
St. Louis Cathedral has a beautiful chapel, warm with tones of gold and cream and rich with delicate frescoes and meticulously carved wood.
Das sieht fucking aus wie Blut. Er soll so tun, als ob er mit Gott redet. Ja, wir könnten das Priesterkleid nochmal anziehen, aber ich glaube nicht.
There's no reason to do. There's no.
Ne.
Do you recognize this?
Ah, oh, ich weiß das. Ich weiß es. Ja, der Reif. Nein, geh weg. Der Armreif, der goldene Armreif. Komm, verlass doch endlich diese elendige... Danke. Stiehlt mir nicht weg, Crash. Ich komme gleich zurück. Und zwar gehen wir hier hin. Es ist ja mittlerweile ein Tag vergangen.
Sam, my man.
Hey there, it's you. I
Ja,
got a bracelet
genau.
for you.
Danke.
This piece was a real toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Yeah, where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the world. The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm gonna enjoy watching him squirm through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
Ja, ich wünsche viel fucking Spaß. Wir haben jetzt diesen...
Sam's replica of Madame Cazeneu's snake bracelet looks just like the original.
Ja, sogar das rote Auge.
There's no writing on that object.
So. Crashy, crashy. Erkennst du denn vielleicht diesen Gegenstand? Wehe nicht.
Do you recognize this?
Where'd you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it?
Look at this. Crash opens his shirt and reveals a tattoo.
It's the same snake.
It's their sign. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
The sign of the snake. Right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now, do you believe that I know something about these people?
You know about them, I guess.
Ja, Nest?
Will you answer some questions for me now?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll talk to you a little. I'll make it fast.
Oh Gott, Alter. Du brauchst Medizin. Willst du Schnaps? Er steht bei uns nicht gut. Es wird auf eine Menschenjagd zugerichtet und das war das letzte Mal, dass man das von ihm sah. Also, kannst du uns bestimmt sehr, sehr, sehr viele Informationen geben.
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
Oh, man. Shut up about that shit. Can't you see I'm sick? Are you trying to kill me?
I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see. Shit. I blew it again. Promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him, everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Jeder Passant hat dich
Okay,
gesehen.
but you have to tell me everything I want to know.
Okay. Okay. I was sending a message, man. They have these rotter drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything. And they report.
Report? How?
The drums, man. It's some kind of code.
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
Du kannst mir den Code nicht geben, oder?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm sick. Dying. Eating a big enchilada. What the fuck else matters?
Do you have any idea what Capri Saint Coeur means?
I never heard of that.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I was met outside somewhere at night. I saw them last year dancing and howling. You don't want to be anywhere near them.
Das wollen wir doch mal sehen.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The eyes. Snake's eyes. Damballa.
Okay, calm down.
Damballa, das war doch dieser böseste aller Voodoo-Götter.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Man. Can't you see I'm sick?
Now, tell me about the voodoo murders.
They did the murders. And that's not the only way they kill. They can get you from miles away. Just by saying your name.
Come on, you don't really believe that, do you?
I seen it, man. You can't cross them.
Tell me.
There's nothing more to tell.
Now, tell me what you know about voodoo.
All I know is these people are into some weird shit. They have power. Real power. They can write your name on a piece of paper, chew it, and you end up eating some meat. Like you've been through a grinder. They know things in their heads. Things that no one ever knew about you. They know when you lie. They can smell it. They're fucking scary, man. I don't know if it's the devil or what. But it ain't no fake shit, man. It's real.
Was, hast du denn für eine Nachricht geschickt? Das würde mich interessieren.
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo...
All right. There's this underground cartel in New Orleans. A voodoo cartel. They control everything that happens on the street. I mean, everything. Bought or sold. They have their fingers in the legit world too. Banks, foreign stuff, you name it. There's supposed to be this temple. What you said, the Hound 4. That's their headquarters. I heard people say it's underground. Somewhere in the French Quarter. I don't know where.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been in it. I'm a nobody. A runner. But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. Beasts. I remember the eyes. The eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
The eyes. The eyes of the snake.
I think I should go get a doctor. Hey, are you alright?
Someone! I need help!
The eyes of the snake. Dambala.
Oh, what snake? Crash!
Crash spasms twice more,
Oh,
then died as Gabriel wanted.
Oh, God. Oh, bastard.
ja, da hat sich's ausgecrashed. Nichtsdestotrotz. Solange noch warm ist, können wir ihn ja mal ausziehen.
There's no... There's... There...
Doch. Aha, das Schlangentattoo.
On Crash's chest is a tattoo of a snake. Crash's body is slumped in the pew. What a place for a violent death.
Nicht anfassen, ansonsten sagen sie, du warst schuld. Zu spät. Aber wir können die Tätowierung zumindest noch abzeichnen.
I guess I better copy this tattoo.
Und vielleicht... Genau. Hätte es sein können, dass es nochmal Punkte gibt. Priester.
Gabriel cannot go.
Ich sag dann doch besser Bescheid.
May I help you, my child?
Ich muss etwas beichten.
I'd like... I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosley.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
I see. Are you sorry?
Well...
Pray for forgiveness and say 3 rosaries. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then.
Ausgeflogen? Okay. So quasi, Priester, können Sie mir meine Sünden vergeben? Okay, vergeben. Okay, tschüss. Und dann kommt der Priester raus und sieht da die Leiche so, oh. schwöre, diese neue Sorte, die schmeckt ein scheiß Granatapfel, die schmeckt nach Hustensaft. Bäh.
Can I ask you a few questions?
The drummer does not respond.
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignores Gabriel and just continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he?
Ja, Gabriel. Scheiß doch von den verfickten Dächern, Alter. Ich werde es regelmäßig speichern. Also, wir haben das Schlangentattoo. Wir erwarten eigentlich immer noch eine Nachricht von dem Professortypen. Wegen seiner Nachforschungen über diese Dings.
Mr. Knight, you're back.
Aber nein.
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Yes, Rada drums are used in most voodoo ceremonies.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Die meisten. Ja, aber sonst,
I told you I would research this tonight. When I have anything concrete, I'll let you know.
Genau. Er forscht noch. Dann lassen wir ihn forschen.
I'll be going.
Oh, do keep in touch.
Die Großmutter werden wir dann nicht weiter hineinziehen. Ah, vielleicht mal hier vorbeigucken.
Miss Geddy is unavailable, Mr. Knight.
Fein, dann pisse ich euch halt einfach auf die Türmatte.
This door is pretty
Nein,
solid.
die Matte.
That Gabriel, moving that would do little good.
Okay.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Gut, komm, maximale Provozierung. Wo ist das Schlangentattoo?
The snake that the trick.
Sieht einfach mal genau ganz anders aus. Erstes Mal seitenverkehrt, zweitens, ja, ganz anders.
The snake tattoo tracing says nothing.
Do you recognize this snake figure?
How curious. Where did you find it?
Oh, hier und
Oh,
da.
just laying around.
I would throw it away if I were you.
Why is that?
It looks like trouble to me, Mr. Knight.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
There are some against the wall, but I do not play myself.
You don't know anything about a drum code?
I do not believe there is such a thing, Mr. Knight.
Glaube ich dir übrigens, dass du die nicht selbst spielst?
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Come back again.
Gut. Reicht das vielleicht schon, Mosley? Die Leiche in der Kirche. Wenn nicht, dann solltest du mal über deine Prioritäten nachdenken.
Hey, Mostly. Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Dafür gibt's die Drummer-Sklaven, genau.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Crash is dead.
What? What are you talking about? I just let him go this morning.
Yeah, well, that turned out to be a brilliant move. Though they probably would have gotten him anywhere.
They? You're losing it, Knight.
It was the voodoo cult. They did it. Crash said.
You're an amateur, so let me just give you some advice. Crash was a junkie. You gotta read through the hallucinations, you know what I mean? Where's the body, anyway?
St. Louis Cathedral.
Lovely. Well, we'll make sure he's picked up sometime today so he doesn't scare the shit out of some nun. But chill, Gabe. In this business, you see a lot of stiffs.
Aren't you going to investigate?
Civilians. Did you actually see someone kill him?
No. Actually, I was with him when he died. Could have been poison, though.
Yeah, well, when they get the body in, they'll do a quick autopsy. Standard procedure. If it's anything other than an overdose, I'll get a report. But it won't happen. I know these guys. Lock them up overnight and they tend to overdo it the next day.
Your professionalism is astonishing. How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Get me a lead on the cult.
Warum muss ich eigentlich die fucking Polizeiarbeit machen? Ja gut, muss ich in jedem Spiel, aber trotzdem.
I took this tracing from a tattoo on Crash's chest. It's related to the underworld voodoo cult.
Yeah? What makes you think that?
It's what Crash said just before he died.
Well, he was probably hallucinating from the drugs he OD'd on. Probably got that in the Navy or something.
No, I'm sure it's related. It's a snake seed. And
even if it were a signal of some sort, that doesn't prove that the murders were done by a legit voodoo cult.
Was sagst du denn dazu?
I have this.
Nix. Und der Reif?
I have this snake bracelet. It's a replica of one used in secret voodoo ceremonies a few decades ago.
Really? What makes you think so?
I got it from an old Creole lady whose grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau.
Gabriel. We get these little old ladies in here all the time. That bracelet is probably not genuine, and it wouldn't prove anything if it were.
Tschüss.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Ciao, baby.
Wenn du willst, dass du recht hast, hä?
Hi.
Hm.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Man.
Do you know anything about rider drums?
What I know, I wouldn't be talking about with you.
Aha.
I found out what Cabri's...
Das wollte ich anklicken.
Can you tell me anything about a secret voodoo hound fool?
Why, there's no such thing. Not around here.
Could you look at this snake bracelet and tell me if you've seen anything like it before?
Nope. Never seen nothing like that.
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, sir.
Hat aber ein bisschen lange drauf geglotzt.
Do you know anything about these crosses? I think there's some kind of code.
Looks like a lot of hen tracks to me, man.
Okay, du also auch nicht. Vielleicht können wir noch mal Yep, du kommst leider nicht umhin.
Gabriel would not be needed. Gabriel would...
Nicht? Zwischenstand bei Math sein Diablo-Run ist kurz vorm Scheitern. Tja, das ist furchtbar.
There's no answer. Perhaps Kazunu got even more paranoid than usual and decided to get out of town.
Gut, dann halt nicht. Na, Friedhof gibt's eh nichts Gescheites, vielleicht.
Phew, it's humid out.
Oh, Joe.
There's no one...
Grace? Der muss man eh alles aus der Nase ziehen.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope.
Schade.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure.
Could you research rider drums for me?
Rotodrum? Sure. I don't think we have any books on that topic in the shop, but I'll contact our suppliers. Assuming any of them will extend you any credit.
Tell them it's an emergency.
Uh-huh. I can see where a Rotodrum book would be incredibly urgent. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Do you know anything about rider drums?
Not personally, but I'll try to get something on it for you, like you asked.